Happy 4th of July weekend, everyone. My name is Don Harkins with Your Florida House Team and Your Florida Loan Team. I hope you've got some plans to take some time off and spend time with family this holiday weekend. I wanted to take a quick moment and say thank you to everyone who worked with us in the month of June. It was a record-breaking month. We had 12 closed home sales and mortgage loans. So I really appreciate the support everyone gave us in spite of everything going on. And before we head into the holiday weekend, I wanted to take some time and give you all an update of exactly where we're at in the real estate market, because some things have changed since we were doing our weekly updates last month. And looking forward into the fall and winter, we're expecting to see a little bit more change. So I want to make sure that if you have plans of selling or buying a home, or if you just own a home and you're curious what's happening with your home's value and the equity, I want to make sure you have the most up-to-date information regarding our real estate market here locally in Central Florida. So the couple things we always look at, the biggest one is number of new listings. It's a big leading indicator for us. And what we saw this week were 364 new homes coming on the market. The same time last year, we saw 395 new homes come on the market. These are single family homes in Orange County, but like I've mentioned before, this kind of holds true across Seminole, Lake County as well, even Volusia, Brevard, Osceola. So Orange County is kind of a good gauge for our whole Central Florida market. What we saw in the month of May was closer to 450 and 500 homes a week coming onto the market. So a little bit of a decrease, which historically this week with the holiday listings are down. So year over year, down 8%, not a huge difference, but we're still struggling to get those new homes on the market. That's having a pretty large impact on pricing. So average list price for this week was $446,000 for single family homes in Orange County. The average sale price is about $265,000 in our market, but you're seeing the average home that's being listed is well above the average sale price. Last year during the same time, the average list price was $406,000, so an 8.9% increase year over year in new home list prices. We are still having a massive inventory crunch here in Central Florida. We take an 8-mile radius of the heart of kind of Orange County and evaluate that. We can only evaluate so many listings at a time. So we take that representative sample, and what we see is there's about 714 home sales a month in our market. Right now, there are 1,611 homes for sale, meaning there's only 2.25 months of inventory sitting on the market. If you are a homeowner and you've been waiting for a good opportunity to sell, this is a very, very, very strong seller's market. Most homes that are priced correctly are getting multiple offers. Many homes are selling over list price. It is an incredible seller's opportunity. For a buyer, it's a very competitive market, obviously. So one thing that's interesting is we've seen showing activity fully recover as a result of the dip we saw in the months of March, April, and May. We're back up to the same level of showings we were at a year ago. And we have got a great partner Showing Time to track that data. So that's across all the state of Florida. All markets are recovering as far as showing activity goes. And that's true in most of the country, by the way. Part of the reason that in spite of there being fewer homes for sale, buyers are still choosing to get out into the market are what we're seeing happening with interest rates. So 3.10% was the index for 30-year conforming loans this week. That's a 40% decrease from what we saw in November 2018. So interest rates, if you look at this chart, they continue to decrease. We're setting weekly new historical lows for interest rates, and that's pushing buyers back into the market in spite of the low inventory and in spite of the increasing prices. We've had a few people reach out to us, and some buyers are waiting on the sidelines, expecting the market to come down and prices to decrease. And a lot of people are asking questions about whether or not home prices are rising too rapidly and whether this inventory crunch is leading us to a market crash. Other people have concerns about some of the forbearance headlines that you're seeing. They make for really great catchy headlines when you see the number of homes in forbearance. And a lot of people are scared and worried that we might be heading into another crisis like we saw in 2008. One critical difference that is going to prevent us from seeing another housing crisis like we saw in 2008 is the amount of equity that homeowners have in their properties today compared to what they had in 2008. If you remember in 2007, 2008, 2006, there were stated income mortgages, zero money down mortgages. Many home buyers were able to purchase homes and walk away from the closing table with an extra $20,000 or $30,000 cash in their pocket, an immediate cash out essentially. We had several homeowners that had zero equity in their home, or I should say millions of homeowners that had zero equity in their home during those times. Many homeowners had 1%, 3% down. Today, an interesting statistic is 42% of all homes in America today are owned free and clear. Of the mortgaged homes in America, the average mortgaged home has $177,000 equity in it. So the reason we're not going to see this massive foreclosure wave, people walking away from their homes, is there's just too much equity in the property to make that a smart financial decision. Homeowners have a lot of options. If you happen to find yourself in a position where you're struggling to pay your mortgage right now, reach out to us about your ability to rent that home out and cover the mortgage temporarily, or reach out to us about your ability to access some of the equity in the home via cash out refinance to help you cover some of those payments until things kind of return to normal. We're not expecting to see any sort of price correction, price decrease anytime in the near future. What we are hoping is that home builders pick up the pace at which they're building new homes. And we hope that some of these sellers who've been sitting on the sidelines and waiting because they don't really want to be in the market during coronavirus, we're hoping to see that the virus passes us by, hopefully in the fall or winter. We get a vaccine soon, and that those sellers who've been waiting to downsize, waiting to upsize, who've been renting their home out and are ready to put it on the market and cash in on that investment property. We're hoping to see as we get into the fall and winter, those homes coming onto the market and adding some relief to the inventory crunch. In the meantime, if you are a home buyer, be sure you're working with an agent who's knowledgeable about the market. It is an extremely competitive environment, so you need to be pre-approved. You need to be familiar with the paperwork and able to write offers quickly. You need to be getting inside the best price homes within a couple hours of them hitting the market. So your buyer's agent can assist you with that, and we have several buyer's agents on our team that are excellent in helping our buyers find success in this market. If you have any questions at all about selling your home, about what your home value is, about purchasing a home, even renting a home out as an investment property, give me a call at 321-377-0341 or visit us on our website at yourfloridahouseteam.com. If you're interested in a mortgage, visit yourfloridaloanteam.com. We'd be happy to help you with your real estate needs. We'll be available throughout the holiday weekend and all through the month of July. We've got a lot of agents standing by ready to help with whatever your needs are. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this morning. Stay safe this weekend, and thank you again for all your support in the second quarter of 2020. Take care.